Welcome, everybody. Yo, yo, yo. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Here we are. Back with another hurricane, huh? How are we feeling, everybody? How are we feeling about this one? Milton, now a hurricane, hanging out in the Gulf of Mexico in some warm waters. 80 mile per hour maximum sustained winds. You guys are going to have to bear with me. I am absolutely exhausted. Okay? That's the long and short of it. Now predicted to be a major, at least Category 3 hurricane. I'm seeing predictions for 4. There's models showing 5. There's nothing that's really going to stop it over the next couple of days. And that is a problem here, obviously. Alright. Windy.com. Right now we have this little storm. You can see it on the satellite. It's little. Little storms like to crank up quickly, though. Let me move some stuff. Windy model. This is the Euro track. Monday, it's showing it going a lot more south than it was originally. This thing's also intensified incredibly quickly. The National Hurricane Center gave it, I think, a 30% chance over the span of 2 days, and that was completely wrong because now we have a hurricane. So, jigging with Jordan gonna be a really rough one. Yeah, man. Somebody, where this thing goes is gonna be the biggest thing. It's not an if, it's a when. Somewhere on the Gulf of Florida is going to get hammered by this thing. This has the potential to be one of the strongest storms of the season easily. It has the potential, it has the conditions and the environment to potentially be one of the strongest storms ever to make landfall on the Gulf Coast of Florida. My voice is gone. It's just been a long week. It's been absolutely insane, but let's look at it. Okay, the Euro and the GFS are saying two very different things. The Euro is showing the eye making landfall just south of Tampa Bay at 8 p.m. The Euro's a bit slower than the GFS is. The Euro shows this thing really taking its time before hitting landfall. However, if we go to the GFS, we jump into Tuesday. GFS has been right all season, and it is showing a worst case scenario for the Tampa Bay area. If this plays out, this will be the first time that a hurricane has directly hit Tampa Bay in 100 years. Everybody said that it's blessed by Indians that were protected. Helene really, really battered my town. There's still garbage everywhere. The town is annihilated. It's insane. And we have another one coming, so that's what we're looking at. That's what we're paying attention to. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We already have 1,000 viewers. I'm going to try to get over all the most important points. As you guys see, I have all these tabs open of all this stuff that we get to look at. I'm going to get through it all. Trust the GFS. Yeah, GFS has been really good. What category is it currently? It's a Category 1. Predicted to be at least a Category 3. Wow! Category 4 major hurricane. There you go. Zoom.earth. Live update. They adjusted their track. They're saying 145 mile an hour maximum sustained winds. And it moved south a bit more. That's just Zoom Earth. I don't know exactly where they get all of their info from. I would like to go here. Milton. Euro, yeah, I looked at the Euro a second ago. Zoom Earth is Euro, that makes sense. GFS. Will it go north? Will it go south? Is it going to directly hit Tampa Bay, one of the most densely populated counties in the entire United States? Are we going to get spared? Is this going to be the 100-year storm? How strong is it going to be when it makes landfall? This is all stuff that we're curious about. Thank you, Hurricane Ian, for the $10. What do I think? I don't know, man. So this we need to tighten up. All right, this is... Oops. FEMA broke. Your thoughts? I don't know, man. They're not doing anything. So, 72 hours from now. It's going to be huge because obviously then we'll know if the storm is going to be north of the track or south of the track, or if it's going to ignore the track completely and go charter its own course. I think Tuesday morning is going to be a really, really, really big day for people to know what area is going to be the most directly impacted. Oh, yeah, the cone of uncertainty. That's what we always talk about. Obviously, nobody knows where these things are going to go. Be sure to drop a like. You guys help this stream start popping a little bit. Getting more people in here, the better. People need to know about this storm. I mean, if you think Helene was bad for the state of Florida, that was a brush by, you know? At least Pinellas County. I know Cedar Key and parts of the Big Bend area are completely decimated. And this storm has the ability to do the exact same thing. This isn't really that important. All right, by Tuesday at 8 p.m., we're going to be seeing tropical storm force winds and likely bands pushing across the state of Florida. The crazy thing about hurricanes is it doesn't matter where you are. There will be tornadoes in hurricanes. There will be areas that thought that they were good in an evacuation zone D, E, F, I don't know, that are going to have oak trees falling on their houses and stuff like that. Like there's a lot of different variables when it comes to these storms. There we go. We are at a 90% chance of tropical storm force winds in Pinellas. I guess 80, whatever. Yeah, so they're not too sure is what it seems like right now. They're not sure if this thing is going to hit South Florida or if it's going to go back up to North Florida. If we're going to see a Big Bend or if we're going to see Venice, Naples landfall. Sorry guys, I feel like ass today. Where are the hurricane relief funds from the sand going to? My neighbors. People that lost their houses. There's a couple nonprofits that we have set up with. Two that if I can't get any of the funds out to everybody who needs it, then I'll just donate it to one of the nonprofits that's doing good work out here. Alright. Tree Fussel. If it hits north of Tampa Bay, that wind is going to make the water surge insane. I have family in Tampa. I'm right outside Jacksonville, hoping for the best for my southern Floridians. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we don't even know. It could go to North Florida. They're really not sure right now where this thing's going to make landfall. Ocean heat content. Hot. Right there. Where's the current at? Why can't there we go. This right here, this is where we're going to see a category 4. I've been saying it for days since the first time I went live. I said, this is where the storm is going to crank up. This is where we're going to see the rapid intensification as it moves over this warm Gulf water and the loop current. Safe Jack, cheers from Miami. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. How much rain did we get during Helene? We got a ton of rain 7 days after Helene. All the storm drains flooded. Tons of people's houses were going underwater. We went around with rakes and cleared the storm drains, like 15 or 20 storm drains in our town, because the neighborhood was going underwater again. Okay. Yeah, spaghetti models are a mess. We need this to tighten up. 72 hours from now, 48, even 48 hours from now, we're going to know a whole lot more than we do now. Flowboy 904, thank you for the $2. I really appreciate that, man. Infrared satellite. Intensity model, we haven't looked at this yet. 3 models dipping into Cat 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in Cat 4. We only have 3 in Category 3. So a lot of models are starting to agree that this thing's going to strengthen to be a Category 4 for over 24 hours, it seems like. It's crazy that Category 5 is not off the table right now. It's mind-blowing. Rainfall is going to be a problem for a lot of parts of Florida. The ground is very saturated right now, which means flooding is going to be a big problem. 8 to 12 inches of rain right now. I have a feeling this map is going to deepen some too. As the storm gets closer, we'll see probably some pink in there somewhere. There'll be isolated areas of Florida that are going to get a whole lot of rain. Cat 5 is not good. Yeah, that's the maxing out the scale. Hot Gulf waters. It's looking, it's looking like a storm, man. It's like the last one just charted a path for it. Something else I wanted to point out is how wet. There's so much moisture in the southeastern United States right now because of Helene. There's so much water that was just dumped across the southeastern United States, and all that moisture is going to get fed into this storm. All right, this is the GFS. This is the scary one. It's scary because of how on point it's been the entire season. The GFS has been really, really, really good with its predictions. The Euro has kind of been playing catch up on what the GFS is saying. The GFS was relatively on point for Helene. We don't want it to be on point for this storm, because if this plays out, we have a 100-year storm on our hands. We have catastrophic flooding, entire central coast of Florida. Oh, man. From Newport Richey, Indian Rocks Beach, Clearwater, Palm Harbor, Longboat Key, Sarasota, Venice, Inglewood, all this whole area. This is where we're most concerned about this storm damaging because of how densely populated it is. Really appreciate you influencers helping out. You're awesome in weather reports. And Mr. Weatherman, also Cletus McFarland, flying his helicopter to help people is so big. Exactly, man. Community is really important. There's tons of people helping out. We've been passing out food every single day. Me, Merrick, and a crew of people gutted probably at least 30 houses for free, just so that people wouldn't get price gouged and so that people's homes weren't just sitting there getting covered in mold. So there's the GFS. Worst case scenario. Absolute worst case scenario. Worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life is what the GFS is saying. Euro paints a completely different picture. It's going south. Sparing Pinellas County from catastrophic storm surge. Still going to get crazy surge. It doesn't matter what model plays out. It doesn't matter which way this thing goes. If you are in the path of this storm, you need to evacuate. Know your zones. Look at the evacuation maps. Let me see if I can find it. Thank you so much for the $50, Moto14. That's huge. We really appreciate that. Supporting hurricane relief. Know your zone. Here we go. Where are we? Zone A. Red zones. Bad. Boo. Don't be there. All these towns are absolutely annihilated. Alright, look at the beaches. Sunset got it the worst. There, you can't even drive to Sunset still. There's so much sand everywhere. Look at that. That's supposed to be a neighborhood. Support the Cajun Navy. That's what I'm talking about. That's why we're here. That's what we do. Oh my gosh. There is so much debris everywhere. Alright, here we go. Here she is. Predicted to be a Category 4. National Hurricane Center saying Category 3, Category 4 is going to smash into the west coast of Florida. You have any idea why these storms are escalating, crossing over the Gulf? The reason is because there's not enough dry air. There's not any big fronts pushing down and dry air to choke the storm out. There's a bunch of fuel in the Caribbean. There's a bunch of fuel in the Gulf right now. There's a bunch of moisture. There's this loop current in the Gulf that's going to spin this thing up too. It's over here right now. Once it gets over here, watch how quickly this thing intensifies. Be a bro, like the stream. I agree. Like the stream, help people. Help this get out to people. This is one of the scariest scenarios I've ever seen for the Gulf Coast of Florida. We don't know where. Naples, I would not be comfortable right now. I would not be comfortable anywhere from Cedar Key to Naples. Oh my gosh, dude. How are we doing this again? Yeah, from Naples, Marco Island, all the way up to Cedar Key and beyond. Holy cow, thank you guys so much. Are you staying? No, man. I don't think anybody should stay for this one. I don't think anybody who's on the beach should not be here. I don't think anybody who lives on the beach should be here. I'm not... Don't stay, evacuate. Yeah, I hear you guys. I have places I can go. I'm going to take a bunch of my stuff off the island. If this thing goes north of us, I will not be here. I will not be here. Even if it goes south of us, this thing is showing just beating Florida to a pulp. Euro is not worst case scenario for the Tampa Bay area. The GFS is showing a worst case scenario for our area, though. Pulling it north of Tampa. That's like, you know, that's really close. Helene was not that close to the Tampa Bay area. It was not that close to Pinellas County, and we saw the most extensive damage I've ever seen in my entire life by a lot. Tens of thousands of homes in Pinellas County got completely destroyed, and it was so much farther away than this one is predicted to be. What town are you in, Joog? I'm in Pinellas County. I'm like south of Clearwater a little bit, right here. I'm on the beach, dude. I could throw a rock at the beach from my house right now. You know, that's the problem. It's one of the scariest forecasts I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I had my neighbors die in the last storm. If your local officials are telling you to evacuate, you should absolutely evacuate. This storm's still pretty far away, too. We haven't even gotten surge maps from the National Hurricane Center, I don't think. 85 mile an hour. All right, let's read the discussion. Major hurricane by 1 p.m. tomorrow. That is crazy. Thank you for what you're doing. So catastrophic. My heart breaks for all you. Your roots will grow deeper. Thank you. I appreciate that. We got this. We're a really, really strong town. Holding it down. That looked to tick a bit more north than the last time. All right, let's look at the discussion. This is the National Hurricane Center. They're flying into the thing. Let's see if they have a plane out right now. In progress. Okay, there we go. Let's see where they're at. Let's go find them. This is it, right? No. Where are you? Try to find the National Hurricane Center. Why are there so many planes in this hurricane? You think that they wouldn't be flying planes in there, NA? Huh. Oh, all right. National Hurricane Center. There's a plane flying through it right now. Let's go back to Tropical Tidbits. They are in progress on a flight right now. We'll be getting data from this for the next 30 minutes or so, probably. What the heck, guys? What? There you go. Category 4. They're anticipating a Category 4 hurricane to just smash into Florida. And something I've told to a lot of people is Helene just scraped Pinellas County, and like a lot of the damage from the storm came from a storm that was over 100 miles away. Helene was far from Tampa. This is showing impacting a much more densely populated area. Take a look. Future risk again. What are we talking about? There's another one behind this one. Is that what people are saying? Where? Whatever, dude. I'm not worried about it. How bad will it be for Merritt Island? I don't know. We're going to learn a whole lot over the next 24, 48 hours. The cone of uncertainty is wide. We're not sure what area is going to get hit the hardest, but we can almost guarantee somewhere is going to get destroyed. Catastrophic flooding. Catastrophic storm surge. We're going to see another 15 plus foot potential storm surges. I'm so tired. I'm so mentally and physically exhausted. I can't even explain to you guys. I've been filming a lot. I just haven't been editing. I've been trying to be responsible. I'm live streaming just to get you guys the information that you need. I will be posting an update first thing in the morning, like a more digestible update. Again, this is way worse of a scenario for where I live than the last one, it seems like. It's like, wow, we just experienced the worst storm in our entire life. And then we get one that looks worse. Which is kind of hard to believe. It really is. It really just, it's hard to believe that this is real. Alright, HAFSA. National Hurricane Center takes notes of this model run. $908. Yeah, Category 5. We'll just... Okay, sure. HAFSB. 901. That's so insane. This is one of the outlying models, you know. It's not... But it has been fairly on point. Intensity is very hard to predict, too. We have to know that intensity is very hard to predict. How strong this thing is going to be when it hits land is going to be very important, obviously. You can't grind it, surf it. Yeah, the surf is going to be insane. Some of the biggest waves that parts of the Gulf are ever going to see or have ever seen. It's not going to be like go out and have fun and go surfing. It's going to be like, oh my God. Is Cat 6 possible? Well, they don't even have a Category 6, but I mean, I saw models that said 175, 180 mile an hour wind gusts, or predicted wind. So that would be Cat 5. It's unbelievable, though. It's yeah, as early as Tuesday 8 p.m. Everybody have a plan. I cannot emphasize enough. If you know anybody that is in the path of this storm, get them out of there. Drive to their house. Make them leave. If they're on a barrier island, the storm surge from Helene in Pinellas County was the worst that any of us have ever seen in our lives. If this happens, it will be much, much worse than what we saw. Can you read the discussion? Yes, I'm sorry, guys. Let's read the discussion is very important. We need to check this out. I'm getting sidetracked. I'm a little bit flustered. Okay, 145 mile an hour winds. That changed from the last time. I'm taking 5. Oh, you don't say. All right, I'm back. First line. Milton is rapidly intensifying. Satellite images indicate very deep convection in the eye wall and hints for an eye starting to appear. The last fix from the aircraft showed that the central pressure was down to 985, about 3 millibars less than 80 minutes prior, and wind supporting 70 knots at the surface. Since that time, satellite images continue to show further organization, and the initial wind speed is set to 75 knots. Well, Milton is moving just south of due east about 6 knots. This equatorward motion has been more than expected, probably due to a stronger low/mid-level frontal low over the northern Gulf of Mexico. Frontal features forecast to weaken while it moves across Florida gradually. Blah, 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 blah. Let's get to the important stuff. It should be noted that the average NHC track error at day 3 is around 100 miles, and users should not focus on the exact track. Yeah, that's important. The intensity forecast appears straightforward at first, with rapid intensification likely, while the small hurricane remains within light shear and over very deep, warm waters. Intensity guidance is about as bullish as I've ever seen in this part of the basin, with almost everything showing a peak intensity of a Category 4 or a Category 5 in the southern Gulf of Mexico in a day or two. Intensity guidance is as bullish as you've ever seen. This is the National Hurricane Center saying this. This is crazier than any of the verbiage for Helene. Later on, vertical wind shear is forecast to markedly increase as Milton approaches Florida, and some weakening is anticipated. That's good. However, the regional hurricane models are showing the system growing even if it weakens, and if we are expecting Milton to be a large hurricane at landfall with very dangerous impacts spread out over a big area. There is increased confidence that a powerful hurricane with life-threatening hazards will be affecting portions of the Florida west coast the middle of this week. Residents should closely monitor. Everybody's got to watch this thing really close. Milton is forecasted to be a major hurricane when it reaches the west coast of the Florida Peninsula midweek. Users are reminded to not focus on the details of the forecast, as there remains significant uncertainty in the eventual track and intensity of Milton. That's what I keep saying. It's a very wide cone. We're really unsure. It seems like all the models are kind of back and forth. So it's going to be really important just to see where this thing goes, if it actually does follow the track. While it's too soon to specify the exact magnitude and location of the greatest impacts, there's an increased risk of life-threatening storm surge and damaging wind for portions of the west coast. These are the key messages. Areas of heavy rainfall will impact portions of Florida through Monday, well ahead of Milton, with heavy rainfall more directly related to Milton expected on Tuesday through Wednesday night. This rainfall will bring risk of considerable flash and urban and aerial flooding. Tropical storm conditions are expected, with hurricane conditions possible beginning Monday across portions of the northern Yucatan Peninsula off Mexico, where a tropical storm warning and a hurricane watch is in effect. 12 hours out, 105 miles an hour. 24 hours out, 125 miles an hour. 36 hours out, 140. 48 hours from now, 145 mile an hour maximum sustained wind. Major, major hurricane in the Gulf. The Gulf is warm. He's just like, dude, am I really here doing this again? Can you guys believe this? Ugh. Like the stream, support these updates. I'm doing this to keep you guys educated so that you feel like you have a grasp on what the right move is. I'll have you know I'm not a weather expert. I'm a weather enthusiast. If you want a weather expert, go to the National Hurricane Center. Also, if you want to support hurricane relief efforts, you can go to JoogSquad.com and you can get yourself a jar of dirt. Profits, all the profits go towards hurricane relief. So, also, how's this shirt, dude? Should I drop this thing? I made this shirt. I painted this years ago. Turned it into a shirt. It came the day before Helene hit. It's one of my favorite shirts ever. You guys think that I should drop it on the shop and have proceeds from this shirt go towards hurricane relief as well? Would anybody want one? If you guys want it, let me know. That'd be another cool way for me to raise money for hurricane relief efforts, and you guys could also get a really cool shirt out of it. So, oh geez, I'm behind on donations. Sorry, I need to try to acknowledge the people that are actually donating their money and their time. I'm 45. In 1992, Hurricane Andrew destroyed my house as a kid. My mom was on top of me. She perished. I was found under her in the garage. I remember trying to wake her. Therapy helped. Doug, I'm so sorry. That is bone chilling. Thoughts and prayers to all the families who were affected by Helene and who have been affected by any hurricane in the last for all of time. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really tired. Doug, my sincerest condolences. Thank you for your donation. It's greatly appreciated. Auto Savage, $50. Back again to hurricane relief. Here's to hurricane relief. JoogSquad community is strong, and we will stand up to any hurricane. Correct. We are strong. What about the keys? We good, right? Yeah, the keys should be all right. The keys, I'm not too worried about. I am worried, though. Like, I'm genuinely freaked out by this one. GFS still saying north of Tampa Bay. A lot closer than Helene got to us. And a lot stronger. Predicted to become a lot stronger than Helene ever was. We're pushing Category 4, moving into Category 5 now. That's insane. Can you check the plane? Yeah, let's check Tropical Tidbits. Let's go. There she is. Aircraft recon. Not getting too much data yet. Why are they flying over Florida? What? Mission 4 into Milton. Nothing crazy yet. They're heading out, though. They're going out. They're heading towards Milton. It might take some time, but they'll get there. Hope you stay safe. Thank you. I appreciate it. Drop that shirt. I want one. I will. I can do that. Went through Hurricane Michael in 2018. I lived in Panama City Beach. Now I live in St. Augustine. Will St. John get any? Amazing. Enthusiast. You're awesome. St. John. Where's St. John? I am a little worried about Jacksonville and St. Augustine. I'm not going to lie. Once that thing moves across the state, we're going to see some pretty serious impacts on the East Coast. I'm so fixated on it hitting that like I can't really see past it making landfall right now. But yeah, like this will be really bad for Palm Coast, Daytona Beach, St. Augustine, Jacksonville. This will be serious flooding, serious storm surge. I feel like the East Coast is a little bit more built for storm surge than the Gulf. But it's still going to be really serious over there. Euro looks scary now, too. Nothing looks good. All the models look horrible. They all look terrifying. Jedzilla77 gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Oh, what do you guys think? What do we do here? Harp? I don't, man. Storm's been around since long before we had technology. Look at this, dude. You want to talk about water moving? You think people did this? These mountains are huge. Look, that's a road. Do you understand how much water was moving for this to have happened? Can you even comprehend how much water it took to do this? Okay? It happens. Storms can get bad. So, I mean, whatever your opinion is on blah, 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 like, we got to deal with it. We have to deal with it. It's happening. It's coming. Florida's going to get smoked. I really hope people don't leave. I really hope people leave, because if they don't leave, if you're in the direct path of the storm and you don't leave, you might die. It's that serious. It's one of those storms. It's moving straight through the Gulf, uncontested. Barreling towards Florida. Helene scraped by Florida. This is a direct impact. It's like getting a scrape on your elbow or on your knee versus getting shanked. Obviously, Cedar Key was completely devastated. But we're looking at an incredibly densely populated part of Florida experiencing a major hurricane. Tampa is 100 years overdue for a direct hit. Can't leave, can't get out. Know your zones, man. If it's telling you to evacuate, if this thing hits near you, you don't want to be within 100 miles of the eye wall at any point. That's the best advice I can give you. Should you evacuate if you're inland? I mean, if you're in like a old house or if you're in a trailer or a trailer park, I'd probably try to get to somewhere that's a little more structurally sound. Thank you, Doug, so much. We have all the wild green parrots because of Andrew in 92. Andrew Blue. Yeah, I remember the zoo got destroyed and a whole... I think there's still a population of monkeys that live in Florida because of a hurricane while they were filming like Tarzan or something. I swear. What? Oh, and the Burmese pythons. Yeah, they escaped out of everybody's houses. All these houses and pet stores got destroyed in zoos. And now we have a ton of exotic animals all over Florida because of hurricanes. Is this the biggest one ever to hit Florida? No, because we don't know how strong it's going to be when it hits Florida. Does it have the capability? Yeah, it does. It really does. What was Hurricane Andrew? Good question. Total fatalities, 65. Highest wind speed, 174 miles an hour, 922 millibars. I remember, Andrew. Well, that wasn't a Gulf Coast hurricane. That was an East Coast hurricane. Jesus, man. Even that storm, like... Jeez. Helene's death count, 227 now. Unbelievable. It's going to go up so much, too. Alright, everybody. It's time to watch. It's time to keep your eyes absolutely as peeled on a hurricane as ever before. Anywhere On the west coast of Florida. Doesn't matter if you're in the Keys. It doesn't matter if you're in Panama City. You better pay attention. Start telling people. If you know anyone over the age of 40 that lives on a barrier island that's planning on staying there, advise that they leave. Brevard County, should I evacuate? Isn't that the East Coast? I think south of Daytona, like Cocoa Beach, Sebastian Inlet, that's looking like it's not going to get as much. It looks like it's going to be offshore wind. You don't want super heavy onshore wind where you live. That's obviously how we get the most storm surge. Oh, my dad's house got so smoked this last one. If this thing goes past us to the north, it's going to be so hectic. Check the surge map. I don't know if there is a surge map. Let's go see if we can find something on Mike's.
The difference here is everyone's boarding up and taking it serious inland because of higher wind speeds.
Yep.
At the Home Depot is all the people that weren't affected last time we were there.
Keegan Duncan, $20. Thank you so much. $10 as well from Devin. Proceeds are appreciated. The government's response to this hurricane is ridiculous. I agree with you 100%. 1,000%. Hey, you lost everything that you own? Here's $750. Yeah, right, dude. Will Fort Myers survive? I hope, man. We don't know where it's going. The cone of uncertainty is wide. Oh, bless me. Very wide cone. And that's the biggest problem, is that we have absolutely no fucking idea where this thing's going. How bad's Orlando going to get? We're going to see oak trees snapped all over the state. It's very likely, very, very likely somewhere is going to get potentially one of the worst beatings in 100 years. Bless you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone in chat. I don't know what to do besides watch it. It's still early. We still have a wide cone. We just have to figure out where this thing is going to hit. Because it's going to hit somewhere really, really bad. I'm hoping it's south of Tampa Bay. Just go into the Everglades and don't destroy millions of people's homes. That'd be really nice.
Worst case scenario for any hurricane models are the mouth of Tampa Bay getting hit.
Yeah, we just don't want it to hit
Tampa Bay.
right here.
Yes.
We don't want this to happen. Well, more than anything else that could happen. We just don't want this to happen. Still a couple days out, correct. Still incredibly concerning. The models are crazy. Alright, where's the plane at? Look, it's heading out there. There it is, NOAA plane. They are on their way to our boy Milton. Maybe I can stay live until that thing gets in there a little bit. I'm exhausted though. I just want to go to bed, to be honest. Yeah, drop a like. Help this stream go viral. People need to know about this. I'm sure everyone's going to know, but it's best to know early. Look at that. Very sure of a Category 4. Many models. Several pushing up into Cat 5. 3, actually. Look at that. That's a mess. That's a mess. We need that to tighten up. That is wildly inappropriate.
Tuesday, 5 p.m. You better have it done.
Tuesday, 8 a.m. You better know exactly what you're doing.
Yes.
You should be done with everything by Tuesday. Tomorrow is prep day. If you have windows to board up, If you have people to evacuate, do it tomorrow. Don't wait till Tuesday. Just don't. There's no reason to wait until Tuesday when you have tomorrow. People are being denied the 750. That's unreal. I don't even want to. Yeah, this is like very much uncertainty here. That is quite a swing there. That's like a 100-mile swing from north to south on all the models. Maybe a little bit more than 100 miles.
Tarpon Springs to Venice.
Yeah, right. It's like it could go anywhere. Please take a look at Polk County. Give your opinion. I think Polk County, you should be on your toes right now.
Sure.
Heavy rainfall. We kind of touched on this a little bit. This map is going to deepen. We'll see a lot more dark reds and pinks and purples coming in here, I think, as the storm approaches. Yeah, Tuesday, 8 p.m., we're going to have tropical storm force winds. It's 40-mile-an-hour winds.
That's when
Bridges are going to shut down. Evacuation orders are going to go into effect. It's going to be gnarly. We just did this. I guess we're just doing it again. Bring it on, though, you know? What else can you take from us? Oh, it's not cool. It's not fun. 4 p.m. Big cone. Big cone. Watch the cone. Know the cone. Warm water. Once the storm gets there, we're going to see some stuff happen, guys. That is the spot right there. There. Here. This place is bad Gulf Stream. Bad loop current.
That's called an accelerator right there.
That's called a... Yeah. That's what a hurricane wants to go have dinner with. I'm hungry. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Boom, look, where are we? Oh, yeah. Right near the peak of hurricane season. Can you believe that it's the peak of hurricane season right now? HP, thank you for the $10, dude. I appreciate that. Should the inland side of Tampa evacuate? If you're in an evacuation zone, you should evacuate. Know your zone. Go find out what evacuation zone you're in.
If it goes into Tampa can go underwater. The whole city.
Yep. All right, here I'll put it in the chat for you guys. Boom. Know your zone. Go find out where you're at. It's a good thing to know. All right, that's not so scary. Aw, it's a cute little storm. All right, the Euro not as scary as it was earlier. Wow. Euro's been wrong, though, all season.
Especially with intensity.
Yeah, especially with intensity, yeah. Small, whoosh, wham. I don't like the GFS at all. GFS is freaking me out. Get some sleep, Jack. Yeah, I know. I need to sleep. I need to eat, and then I need to sleep. I'm so tired, guys. Oh, Pajano's is closed.
Back to those days.
Why is Pajano's closed? Why is the rum gone? This is going to suck for someone. For a lot of people, it's going to really suck, guys. It's going to suck. Be safe. Be prepared. I'll be live again tomorrow morning. Maybe not live. Yeah, I'll probably post a video. And go live. Or something. I don't know.
Lots of updates coming.
Lots of updates coming. 2 a day guaranteed. If you want to follow me on Instagram for more updates, you can. At Savage. The one and only on Instagram. Jacksonville, you might be clapped. Alright, tomorrow's going to be a big day. I need to sleep for 12 hours tonight so that I'm okay tomorrow and I don't look and sound like this for tomorrow's update. I'm just so slow. I'm so tired. My brain's not working. Thank you to everyone. Please drop a like on the stream. Support the dream. Support hurricane relief efforts. We're doing everything we can out here. Busting our asses, helping people out. Trying to keep people from getting their necks slapped. Love and prayers from Iowa. Really appreciate you, brother man. Appreciate you too, buddy. Thank you for the $20. Thank you to everyone who contributed to the stream and everyone who stopped by. We are in for an ass beating. No way around it. We're going to get smoked. Smizzoked. Somewhere on the Gulf Coast is getting. Get ready. Prep. Pack your belongings. Prep. Board up your houses. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Get them off the beach. Don't be in front of the storm. Do the right thing. Look at the evacuation orders. Look at the evacuation maps. We're under a state of emergency. This is not a joke. I am tired. I'm going to go to bed. It's going to be a huge day tomorrow. Even bigger day Tuesday, and then a very, 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 very terrifying Wednesday. So that's all for now. Hit you guys with an ad. And that's it. Peace out. Peace out, homies. Peace out, guys. See you later, dudes.